Sorry. Hi guys. I tried to get my webcam working, but it's being difficult, so I'm doing this for now. But anyway, it's probably late for everyone on Eastern time, and they're probably in bed already. But I can't sleep because of my stupid anxiety, and it's what I want to talk about in this video is, I guess anxiety would be considered mental, however small, but I'm getting really tired of what it's done to me, even to my, what's done to me basically. My family knows how to deal with it in different ways that I don't, and what people have been basically saying very ignorant things that not only pertain to me, but everyone else that probably has a mental illness, no matter how big, no matter how small. So I'm going to get into that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to start at the beginning, I guess. I got anxiety when about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Just popped up out of nowhere. I don't know how it came to be, because I've never had anxiety ever when I was younger. I mean, I was totally healthy, besides, getting the flu and everyone else when we were a kid. Basically, a normal child. I don't know what brought it on. I guess, from what I figured out, I actually thought about it. I was actually a homebody for about a year. I think it was my sophomore or junior year in high school, and I didn't want to go anywhere. I was really withdrawn. I didn't like my school. It was horrible. But, excuse me. I just went really withdrawn, and I only went to home and then school, back and forth until I graduated. And, well, actually it started 2 years, so I guess 2 years. And I didn't go to go anywhere until I went to my mom's house, where she was living in a part of Port Huron somewhere. I don't remember where, but I can remember it coming on suddenly, my heartbeat, feeling like it was beating out of my chest, heart beating really fast, me getting lightheaded, dizzy, nauseous. I wasn't getting sick, because I went home, I thought I was getting sick. I thought I had the stomach flu or something. I went home, and I was better a few hours later. I'm like, I didn't puke or anything. It was just, I guess I made myself sick or anxious or something, and it made me want to go home, because I felt like I was going to get sick. And I told my aunt this, and she has anxiety, and she's like, well, that's probably an anxiety attack that you just had. I'm like, and I looked at her, and I'm like, anxiety, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, I've had it for most of my life, except I've learned to control it most of the time. And sometimes she has bad days, and most days she has good days. But she said that anxiety can pop up out of nowhere, but most times it does have a stressor to where it can crop up, and usually it's either it can go from being slight to really bad, and mine was apparently pretty bad, because it actually can be almost like you're sick, obviously. And so I've been trying to deal with it for the past few years, and I always get the same symptoms, heart beating out of my chest, like really rapid heartbeat, lightheadedness, dizziness, my stomach would hurt, I think I would get a headache from it as well, because I think of the stress, I guess, but I'm not sure. But after the attack, I would always be drained. Like for a couple of days, I would be tired, sluggish, leggy. I just feel awful, and I don't know how to deal with it. I mean, a lot of people have told me some ideas to try, but I've tried yoga. Not yoga exactly, but I've tried stretching, which only worked for a little bit, so it didn't really work for me. Meditation didn't work. Relaxation exercises didn't work. Breathing through, I think it's your mouth and then your nose, or is it the other way around? But I tried that, and it didn't exactly work. I think there was tea as well, and I think there was a couple other ideas, but I never got around to trying them because I couldn't find the tea in the first place. But yeah, back to the other thing. But yeah, there was nothing really I could, that I could find that could help me. I had to deal with it the old-fashioned way. Like, whenever it would crop up, I would deal with it, which isn't managing anything, obviously. I just had to deal with it. And I would tell my friends of this, my anxiety, and they're like, well, can't you get a medication for it? And obviously there is medication for it, but I'm one of those people that don't want to be reliant on medication, because then my body would get used to it, and then the medication would be useless. So I didn't want to get used to medication. I wanted something natural that wouldn't hurt my body, that wouldn't, make my body get used to it over time, because that's happened also with my headaches. I've actually went through a lot of headache medication over the years, and something I should probably get to my doctor about. But anyway, I told my friends this, and besides the always the question of can't you get medication for that, there's always this question. It's one that I'm pretty sure that I don't think that they mean to sound condescending or insulting, but it does to me, because it is kind of insulting. They're like, can't you just turn it off? You can't. And I always tell them this. You can't just hit a button and magically it'll go away. You can't do that with any kind of mental illness or anything that is wrong with up here. You can't do that. It's not like someone can wave a magic wand and hit it on your head or anywhere, basically, and it'll just disappear. Mental illnesses or anything big or small don't do that. And I would tell them this, and they're like, well, it's not that bad. I'm like, well, then you switch places with me, see how bad you get it. And they're always like, oh, no, I'm fine. I'm like, I mean, it gets from, I guess, being curious to, I think, all the way down to condescending, because I would get random strangers, because I work at a grocery store, and I'm supposed to talk about it, and sometimes I get anxiety, and it would make me feel so blah that I wouldn't talk to anybody, even though it's half my job to talk to people. And they're like, well, what's wrong with you? And I just tell them that, I have anxiety, I'm trying to deal with it, I need someplace quiet, but this place isn't exactly quiet. And just keep it to a dull minimum to what I was talking about. And they always say, and they're like, oh, shut up, you're just doing it for attention. If I was doing it for attention, why all of a sudden did it just crop up out of nowhere and make me feel like I was ill? That's not asking for attention. I'm not a girl to fake sick, okay? I called off of work like 3 or 4 times, most recently because I had pink eye, and I was contagious for 24 hours. And I think the other 2 times I had a migraine so bad I couldn't get out of bed, so I had to force myself downstairs and clutching the desk for dear life as my manager yelled in my ear through the phone. And then the other time was when I had a stomach flu, and I had to stay home for 3 days. It was that bad. So I'm not a girl to fake being sick. So I hate it when people say, oh, nothing's wrong with you. You can't see it. You can't see it outside of here. I mean, maybe in my facial expression, or my face would probably be a bit pale more than it already is. But if you would look into my head, I think anyone would have a different opinion, because my thoughts are just everywhere, and I'm not really sure. Again, I'm not really sure what triggers my anxiety. And everyone who has anxiety probably knows the same deal, that some people can't figure it out, some people can, some people have difficulty dealing with it, some people have managed to deal with it, some people have found some way to combat it, which congratulations to you, and others are still trying to figure out what the heck's wrong with them. And other people have bigger mental illnesses like depression, schizophrenia. I think that's a mental illness. I think multiple personality disorder is one. I'm just going on this off the top of my head. If I'm wrong, don't yell at me. But people with all types of mental illnesses, anxiety probably included in that, cannot turn it off. They are not faking sick, because if we were faking sick, we probably would have done it not the day we were born, but several years after we were born to proudly get out of stuff, and I had never done that in my life. So it's always irritating to hear people being so ignorant and condescending and saying that we're faking it. It's like, we aren't faking it. None of us are faking it. It's really hurtful for you to say that, because if we were to switch places for a day or maybe even a few hours while I was having an anxiety attack, you would have a completely different position after that. I mean, just live in my shoes, walk in my shoes for about 2 days, and you see that something just isn't right. I'm not sure what. Nobody is sure what, but something isn't right up here. No matter how big, no matter how small. And I'm getting tired of people saying that. So this is what this rant is about. I mean, to everyone that has to deal with something like this, and something much bigger, no matter how big or how small, you don't have to hide it, and you don't have to pretend everything is okay. I mean, maybe for your family's sake, or for your significant other's sake, maybe you're doing that for them. Oh, excuse me. Maybe you're doing that for them, but you don't have to hide. Whew. But to everyone that thinks it's okay to hide, you don't have to. I mean, I think your family would be very supportive. My family is very supportive, because half my family has anxiety. My aunt, my dad, my mom, my 3 sisters, my sister-in-law is part of the family, has anxiety. You know, it's all over the place. They're very supportive, and I'm pretty sure that your family will do the same for you. As well, for everyone else who has some sort of mental illness and is dealing with it, I'm very proud of you, and I hope that one day will feel as good as some others out there who are able to deal with it very, very well. And to others who have had this experience of very ignorant, condescending comments of mental illnesses, I've been there. I know what it's like. You have an ally, you have a listening ear, and I hope everything works out for you, and I hope that someday that you'll be able to, you'll be able to hold your head up high when you have something like this going on, and be able to say, you know what, I have this mental illness, but I'm proud of it because I'm combating it. I'm dealing with it. I'm able to live my life instead of hiding. So to all of you, I really hope that this is some sort of inspiration for you to start talking about it. If not, that's okay too. It's your choice. But I thought I would get mine out of the way, because a lot of people think that anxiety is fake. It's not fake, believe me. It's not. But anyway, before my time runs out here, I'm on a limited time limit on here. Just want to say that I have a listening ear. I'm open to talk, and my comments are always open. And if you have any advice on how to combat my anxiety, combat anxiety at all, besides medication, I don't want to take medication. That'd be a last resort. Leave your comments below, please, because I really want to hear from you. Okay. Sorry for the long rant. I thought it had to be said. So I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Okay.